could lose it, sis. What are we doing?
I don't know. We're in the BA test kitchen.
And today we are talking about how to fix
Frequent mess ups.
We make mistakes.
Daily.
Just
Hourly.
like everyone else.
Yes.
Wow.
It was not as dramatic as I thought it was going to be.
No.
Card 1.
What do I do if I've oversalted my food?
You can add acid. That's what I always do.
Well, there's a point of no return.
I disagree. I don't think you should waste food, and I think you can always salvage it.
Lemon juice or vinegar can mellow out seasoning.
I will try to either make some more and dilute it.
The solution to pollution is dilution.
I was just going to say dilution. Toss in a bunch of greens and wilt those in and just
Totally.
allow the salt to disperse.
More fat will kind of like coat your taste buds.
Yeah.
Add some sugar to like round out the flavor
Right.
if it makes sense in the dish.
If you've overseasoned your meat, think about what you're serving with
Yeah.
and underseason that.
But that's
Balance it.
basically something that never happens here.
Can you save sad, wilted, fresh greens, herbs?
Yeah. Dunking them in ice water for a little bit, 10, 15 minutes, let them hang out, and then spin them dry.
What I'll usually do is I'll like build an ice bath in the bowl of a spinner.
I make chutney out of them. Throw them in a blender with some lime, chili,
Wilted.
salt. Or you can stir them into a soup and kind of treat them like greens.
Yeah.
And just, they get wilty anyways.
Make a little spoon sauce.
Yeah.
Do
we spin it?
You know what? Let's spin it.
Have you seen my salad spinning tip?
No.
You become the salad spinner.
Oh, yes.
It's great for the shoulder joints.
All right.
It's much happier.
Right, next.
Is there a way to remove baked good if they are stuck to the pan? I'm
Claire.
doing baked goods.
You can just cut it and serve it from there. Nobody will ever know.
I would know, Gabby. I would know.
The taste.
I like to use like a little like,
Scrape.
yeah, I'll do like a kind of like MacGyver it and sort of one thing here, and then you just kind of hoist it up.
You know,
Yeah.
like running a paring knife around.
And
do it
with the
when it's
double
still
action,
hot? Probably.
You definitely want to do it while it's still hot. And if it's a little burny on the bottom, just like literally cut off the burny bits.
Little Bernie.
That's what you should
Whatever
look
it
with
takes.
with parchment.
Yeah, use Pam first. Next question.
Can I save a day-old stale loaf of bread?
No,
Yes,
next.
yes, you 100% can.
The answer is yes.
I put some
foil in the
drops
oven?
of water on it in the oven.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Some day-old bread.
You can make breadcrumbs.
The
Ain't no
croutons.
saving this. Or croutons or breadcrumbs.
I pretty much always do croutons or breadcrumbs.
This ain't too bad.
Stale bagels are usually the biggest issue I have
What'd you
with
say?
this. Stale bagels.
Bagels?
Stale bagels.
What do you do if your pasta gets mushy?
Cook new pasta.
Turn it into baked ziti,
Oh, God.
right? Yeah.
No. Why? And then it's going to get even more mushy.
Cool it down and try to crisp it in a saute pan with some olive oil.
You're making soup at that point.
No, but everything's all mushy in a baked ziti.
Oh.
Quickly cool it, cold water.
Ice water, yeah.
You know, that will at least stop the cooking process and
Yeah.
not make it worse.
Don't ever bring baked ziti to my party, okay?
Where were you anyway? You should, I mean, it's like 9,
Exactly,
10
don't leave
minutes.
the
Just like
kitchen.
hang there. You can't run off, you know? How do you fix seized melted chocolate, aka dry and lumpy melted
I'm gonna
chocolate?
leave it to you.
Claire!
Dry, lumpy.
If it's seized, I don't know that it's recoverable. Like maybe you kind of need to like start with some more chocolate.
You're kind of SOL. I think you can make it cold again and then chop it up and put it on ice cream.
I feel like if you just turn up the heat
And just melt it.
and just like whisk it properly, right?
What kind of question is that? Dry and lumpy melted
We're
chocolate?
getting a lot of lumpy questions.
A whole lot of lump going on.
So if you mess up tempering chocolate, that's a different situation. That's not necessarily seized chocolate. You can remelt it, you know, and then try to bring it back to a correct working temperature and then attempt to re-temper it basically.
I would just add a little heat and melt it. I don't know what you're talking about. Next question.
Can you save burnt food like toast? Yes.
You are the yes lady.
You could always do the scrapey scrape method.
Yeah, the scrapey scrape is like the mom special. It's not burnt. We have to go to school.
One of my favorite foods as a kid was burnt toast, and I would toast it twice until it burnt and then scrape it off a little bit.
You are a snowflake.
What?
Like one of a kind. Who likes burnt toast?
Personally, I love it.
It still always tastes burnt.
Extra tons
extra
of butter,
salt.
a lot of salt, a lot of honey.
Someone who loves burnt toast, this question does not apply.
Okay, but what would you do?
How do you say burnt toast? It's perfect.
you're grilling chicken and you burn the skin,
Yeah.
you can remove
Take the
that.
skin off.
You'll still get a little bit of that burnt flavor, but it'll be kind of you'll have done some damage control.
Burnt almonds.
Ooh, something sweet.
Yeah, like put some sugar on there. put
Maybe
some
you
salt,
can
let-
use it
maybe
for
olive oil.
granola
Would
or
absolutely like be fine. I'd still eat
yeah.
this.
Oh,
It's upside down. We can't read upside down.
How do you fix a dish that's too spicy? I don't know. You can handle more spice than you think you can.
Fixing a dish that's too spicy is very similar to fixing a dish that is too salty.
Add more volume to dilute the
Yeah.
spice.
Rice and bread, definitely.
yeah.
Sometimes acid could help kind of counter that.
Plenty of water.
Cucumbers are nice and
good.
cooling.
Pairing it with like yogurt or something like that, like acidic dairy products are really good for like when your mouth's on fire and you just need to like
A cooling.
tame the heat.
Sugar can really help.
Sugar,
Like,
yeah.
it will temper that spiciness by adding sweetness.
Whenever I make really, really spicy stuff and I stick it in the fridge, at least the spice level kind of goes down overnight.
Drink a glass of milk.
Wine's good too though.
For spice,
Alcohol helps to
drink wine.
get some of that capsaicin off your tongue.
Hit me.
How to fix a lumpy or broken sauce.
Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you need to start a new sauce on the side and try
Right.
to work that broken sauce
Right.
into it.
An emulsified cold sauce like a mayonnaise or a vinaigrette, if it has broken, you can start fresh with a new egg yolk
Yep.
and some unbroken vinaigrette. And then once you've built a stable emulsion, begin to incorporate your broken one into it.
We happen to have a broken hollandaise right here. So this is a large egg yolk, as though I were building the emulsion from scratch again. Kind of going drop by drop. Not bad.
Not bad.
Just need some poached eggs and an English muffin.
Brad and I are both lump lovers, so this is not a
Love
great...
the lump.
With a non-emulsified sauce, you can put it through a fine mesh sieve.
No, I mean, if it's lumpy, I guess you could hit it with a whisk a little. That's like something I ask Andy or like Chris how to do.
Buttercreams and like frostings and things like that, sometimes they look lumpy or broken, but just keep whipping it. Just
Right.
keep going.
I think Molly Boz taught me this, is to make all of your non-heated sauces, to just make it in a food processor.
90% of the time, your friends do not know a broken sauce.
But I know.
I mean, you know, but I'm just saying,
It's
don't not serve it.
Yeah.
What do I do if my turkey gets dry or overcooked?
More gravy.
Make chicken instead.
Whenever you're cooking turkey, make a secondary protein.
Oh.
That is like gonna be just
That's
more
true,
delicious.
because you're probably going to mess up the turkey.
Right.
Or scratch the breast if you've overcooked it, because it's likely that your breast is more cooked than your legs, and then turn that into like a turkey salad the next
Yeah.
day. Add fat, add mayonnaise and things that will juice it up.
Should we do another one?
Is there a way to save, you guys love these questions, is there a way to save gummy rice? What about undercooked rice?
Is there anything I can do if I overcook or I have a split grains?
What if there are too many questions?
This is like 4 questions in one.
Undercooked rice, stick it back on the pot, put a little bit of water in it, cover it, let it cook out until it, like the grains are sort of rising up like
Undercooked
this.
rice.
Undercooked rice.
Or use a rice cooker, and this will never be a problem.
Just like letting rice like sit out and just like
Breathe.
letting things evaporate.
If you are a rice rinser, as I am,
Right,
that
me too.
for any given cup of rice, you are basically adding a quarter cup of water to
Yeah.
it if you are rinsing it.
Or
gets a
sometimes
little bit
like if you
better.
like aerate it a little, fluff it a little, and
Fluff
let
it
some of
up.
that steam
Yeah,
out.
there we
I guess
go.
you're kind of what, in a sense, you're trying to kind of cool it a little,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
In terms of gummy rice, not so much. You can try laying it flat on
So
a
it cools.
baking sheet so it cools, like steams off some of that excess liquid. Use it for fried rice the next day and bring some of the texture back.
Question number, no cheating, Priya.
The answer's not written on there.
How do I stop fruit from ripening too quickly?
You can't.
When it's ready to go, it's good. Buy your fruit when you need to buy it.
Right.
But then also you can retard certain fruits from ripening by putting them in the fridge, I think.
Do put your apples in your fridge. Don't put them in the same crisper drawer as all your lettuces and like your leafy greens.
If you put your ripe fruit in the fridge, like the flavor is going to start to degrade. But it's
It's a
not
quick
like,
fix.
oh, I was going to use this weekend and it's Tuesday and this is too ripe. Like,
No.
you just got to eat that fruit.
Change your plans.
Yeah.
You know, for example, mangoes, love having in my fridge, but they ripen really quickly and then they're done. I will just like, when they're ripe, I will cut them and put them in a container and put the container in my freezer and they will last for a really, really long time. And then you kind of have like frozen mango
I love frozen
candy.
mangoes.
Yeah, it's so good.
What is it that you put? An apple in a bag with bananas? How does it go?
Or is it a banana in a bag with apples? I don't know. There's something.
There's a thing, you put a fruit in a
Google
bag
it.
with another fruit.
Yeah.
Ripening fruits give off ethylene gas, so like bananas give off tons of it.
A paper bag
That's
with
what
a
we
banana, it gives the gas that the banana
Yeah.
gives off trapped in the bag can
Yeah.
speed up the ripening.
It takes a lot of mistakes to get a good cook out of a person.
And if you overcook something and it's dry, compensate with a great sauce. And if you undercook, just keep cooking it.
I'm just saying,
In the world.
don't sweat it too much.
We make mistakes all the time.
Every single day.
Right.
You know how to not to freak out.
And then the biggest thing is never apologize, because most people aren't even going to notice these things that you're noticing.
That's true. Keep your cool. Keep your cool.
There's no real
Tune
wrap
in
up,
next
it's
week
just-
for.
What's it called? Baker's Best? What did
What
we
did we
call
call
it?
it?
Chris, do you want to talk about a certain meringue?
Oh God. Yeah, oh my God. Me and broilers do not get along. And I was sitting there trying to decide whether to torch something or put it on the broiler. And I was like, no, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to put it on the broiler because that's what most people have. 7 minutes that thing was under the broiler and it was like still white as a ghost. I turned my back for 30 seconds, torch. Like
We
those
all
like
saw it.
glowing tips of like mini meringue fires.
It looked amazing.
You could see it from friggin' Brooklyn.
It looked amazing. It
Yeah.
looked like little candy.
Everybody thought it was figs or giant blueberries.
Malomars.
Yeah.